God bless
America.
God bless
America.
God bless
America.
God bless
America.
We want Modi. 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 Fast, fast. Modi. Modi.
Modi.
Modi.
Modi.
Modi.
Modi.
Modi.
Modi.
Modi. Modi.
Modi. Modi.
Modi. Modi.
Modi. Modi.
Modi. Modi.
Modi. Modi.
Dandiya kehte hain, dandiya. Modi. Modi. Modi.
Modi.
Modi. Thank you.
Now that we are all very energized, it's time for our next statement. We're very honored to have a statement by Professor Francisco Gil White. He is an anthropologist who was assistant professor of psychology at the University of Pennsylvania from 2001 to 2006 and lecturer at the Solomon Asch Center for Study of Ethno-Political Conflict. He was born in Chicago and raised in Mexico City, and he holds a master's degree in social sciences from the University of Chicago and a PhD in biological and cultural anthropology from UCLA. He was fired from the University of Pennsylvania in what was a politically motivated dismissal arising from his investigative journalism, and a strong protest was registered by UPenn students in the context of his dismissal. Professor Gil White has sent a message from where he's living now in Mexico City today. So we have support from all over the world. And Ajay Jain will be reading his statement on his behalf. Please welcome Ajay Jain on behalf of.
Those who enjoy the freedom of speech today have a 17th century philosopher to thank. Baruch Spinoza. In 1670, he produced a radical and unapologetic defense of utter freedom of expression and of the press, which, among other ideas, helped launch the movement we know as the Enlightenment. The Enlightenment led to revolution, and revolution begat the modern world of democratic, parliamentary, constitutional republics, where free citizens peacefully decide their future, rather than have it imposed on them by an arbitrary power that does not recognize their human and civil rights. But revolution is a process, not an event. Freedom is not won in a single burst of bravery for all time to come. Rather, freedom must be watchfully defended by every generation. Every time freedom is endangered, we must come forth and remind a jealous power that we are not resting. Today, the freedom is threatened by the growth of Islamist totalitarianism and violence, and by the apologetic stance that those at the top of many Western institutions have adopted, where any criticism of Islam is somehow not politically correct, even when such criticisms express nothing more than documented facts concerning the violent content of Islamist ideology, and concerning the oppression of innocent people by Islamist organizations and governments, including the oppression of most Muslims. Western universities, governments, and media, in fact, commonly find reasons to excuse Islamist violence and reasons to condemn those who resist it. I am speaking here because some years ago, I was an assistant professor at the University of Pennsylvania. At the time, against the letter and spirit of United States constitutional law and against the letter and spirit of the University of Pennsylvania's own regulations concerning academic freedom, I was rebuked and then denied a contract renewal after I made known certain publicly available documentation. That was my sin, to footnote certain claims. This documentation establishes that during World War II, a Muslim cleric, better known as the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, Hajj Amin al-Husseini, helped run at the highest level, together with Adolf Eichmann, the system of death camps in Europe where between 5 and 6 million Jews were exterminated. This same Husseini is the father of the Arab-Palestinian movement and creator with Nazi training of Al-Fatah, now better known as the Palestinian Authority. The University of Pennsylvania challenged my freedom to document and publish these very public facts. But I am not defeated. Freedom is not lost when others seek to abolish it. They always do. Freedom is lost when we let them take it away from us. I express my thanks to the Hindus and to their allies of every background and religion who are in the streets here today in Philadelphia, home of the United States Constitution, and at the University of Pennsylvania to defend their freedom of speech, our freedom of speech, everybody's freedom of speech. Thank you.